Look, when you outduel the best goaltender in the league like that, you're the best goaltender now. Avs win over the New York Rangers 3-2 in the shootout.
Arturi Lehkonen! Colorado has won the Stanley Cup!
The first great game of the season, in my opinion. Neither team was perfect, but it was back and forth. It was high octane. There was a ton of action for both sides, and it was competitive as hell. And obviously, both goalies just played out of their minds. This game easily could have been 5-2 in either direction. Obviously, some extra weight going into this one for Georgiev, playing his old team, the team it didn't really work out with, but if there were concerns about Georgiev, this should help you worry a lot less about them. Yes, it's just one game, but it shows that he's capable of balling out. Look, anytime a goalie saves a puck with his butt cheeks, he's feeling it, okay? And while I think the Avs can leave this game a little bit frustrated with their inability to finish it 5-on-5, they shouldn't feel that bad about it because they created a bunch of grade A chances and they even put good finishes on a number of them. Shesterkin was just also really good. It was ultimately the special teams that would be the difference here. Power play, penalty kill, overtime 3-on-3, and the shootout. All four of them mattered. And it was the Avs that would score first on that power play. The Avs have already had an extremely successful power play, just no goal to this point, but they're still set up in the offensive zone and still working. McKinnon back to the point to Makar, and there's nothing all that fancy here. Makar walks in. P.S. Shout out ESPN for giving us the picture-in-picture for the Avs goal here. You hate to see it. But Makar walks in. He's going to fire the shot through. The Avs run their standard stuff. They get the two bodies in front, the bumper and Val directly in front of Shesterkin to cover the eyes, and it's Val with the hand-eye coordination to get the tip and beat Chesty. The goal per game pace continues for Val Nichushkin. He remains a critical part of that power play right now, his fifth power play goal of the season. Again, I still think there will eventually be a coming back to earth for Val, but keep riding the wave for as long as he's this ridiculously good. And if I'm wrong and he doesn't come back down to earth, the Avs are the best team in the league, and there's zero doubt about it. The first period was definitely the Avs' best. They outshoot the Rangers 20-11, dominated the possession, particularly after that power play where they really got the momentum and just kind of took over. They did fail to convert on a secondary power play, which was a gift from the referees. The refs were bad tonight, and it benefited the Avs certainly as much as it hurt them, if not more of a benefit, if I'm being honest. And while the first was great, the second was probably their worst period. Now, it wasn't terrible. They didn't play awful, but we saw the pendulum swing the other way. The Rangers were the ones dominating possession, outshooting the Avs 15-7 in that period. But credit to special teams. The penalty kill would kill 2.5 penalties in that period, and the PK was excellent tonight. They did not break. They went 0 for 4 on the Rangers side on the power play. The Avs killed them all, and then some. Towards the end of the second, it started looking like a period that the Avs were going to survive, thanks in most part to Georgiev playing unbelievably well. I cannot stress it enough. There are not enough words to explain how well Georgiev did tonight. But the Avs get punished on the end of a shift. This isn't that uncommon for the Avs. You see them just sending it on a rush and Sam Girard joining the play. I don't have a problem with this. The issue arises because 1, the Avs are at the end of a shift, and 2, the setup for Sam Girard leads to a shot missed wide. The shot ends up rimming off the boards and up and out of the zone, with all of the Avs forwards in behind the goal line. It's a situation that is not good for Colorado. This New York team got a change here, so they have fresh legs. The forwards are just completely out of this play. Now, credit Sam Girard. He gets back well, but it's still an odd man rush the other way, and the Avs forwards, even with the change, even if they stayed on the ice, wouldn't have mattered. There's just no way they can get back into this play. That's problem number 1. Problem number 2, which is very more clear and very more normal for this season, is Sam Girard gets beat there. That's a good pass. Credit. But what is Erik Johnson doing? What is he covering here? He's just not covering anything, and the back door is wide open. I want to give NHL players the benefit of the doubt that they are the best of the best. If they're that, they should know what's going on the ice. They should know the situation. Sam Girard has to know that those forwards are at the end of their shift, and you just can't end up rimming the puck out of the zone like that. I get it. It's a great chance. You want to score a goal, but you have to find a way to hit the net with that shot. If you can't execute and hit the net there, then you're not going to score the goal anyway. It sets us up for a showdown of a third period, though, and it's part of the reason this hockey game was great. So while I'd like to see the Avs not make that mistake, I'm not complaining. And the penalty kill continued to dominate, as at the start of the third period with the carryover penalty, the Avs figure, we don't need to score on 5-on-5, we'll just score shorthanded. ESPN actually goes picture-in-picture for both the Avs goals. Incredible work. Round of applause for the guys running that on ESPN. Amazing how they managed to do that. Cogliano chasing on the puck on a penalty kill. You're going to see Shesterkin come out and play this one, but he tries to bring it back. He tries to reset it instead of just moving it to his player, and he fumbles it just enough. Just loses it as it goes back towards the end of the ice. Cogliano on it like a fly on a human blood vessel. I don't know. He gets in there, steals the puck, little bit messy, but manages to take it away. And you're in this really weird situation where Cogliano has no angle and has to go through Shesterkin to try and get at this net. But off camera, screaming down the ice, Logan O'Connor, again, on the penalty kill here, beats his man up the ice and puts a great finish on it to beat Shesterkin. Definitely a little bit of a gift from Shesterkin there, but you take those. You take advantage of the mistakes of your opponents. The Rangers certainly did it to the Avs tonight, so the Avs did it right back. And particular credit to O'Connor for not only having the wheels to jump into this play, but having the intelligence to do so, or if not the intelligence, the motor, because without him jumping up, that's a nothing play. My pucker muscles would have loved for this game to end in regulation, but just wasn't the case. You don't care about giving the Rangers a point. They're in the East. That's not a big deal. But you would have definitely liked to see the Avs close this one. And you certainly don't want Nathan MacKinnon to be the guy making the mistake. MacKinnon just gets clean knocked off a puck here. You don't see this very often. He just gets outworked and outmuscled after getting poke checked, and it creates the odd man rush for the Rangers. The thing is, better defense, better organization here, and this isn't even an odd man rush. Both Taves and Mikko do a good job getting back, but there has to be some sort of communication here because both of them commit to the man streaking. Mikko, generally, it's the forward's job to stay with the high man. I understand Taves was a little bit behind there. That's why they need to communicate it. So now you've completely broken down. You don't have either of the players in the high part of the zone covered, and everything just falls apart as no one ends up getting covered, as everyone panics. Mikko falls down in the middle of the ice. Taves takes his man, but that doesn't cover the back door. You know this story. It's in the net. That got it back to tied, and both teams would kind of pretty easily take this one into overtime. And overtime was surprisingly not terrible. Val Nichushkin was, for the most part, attached to Nathan MacKinnon, so they weren't out there doing the dumb thing that MacKinnon and Rantanen always do. Although they did have one OT shift together, which was spooky. And the Avs didn't do a great job of generating extremely high danger chances for themselves in OT, but they also limited the Rangers from doing that. So for most of it, there was really only one real opportunity that felt a little bit scary for New York, which is incredibly impressive because the Avs spent basically the last 2 minutes of the overtime, when you include the delayed penalty part, on the penalty kill. Special teams got it done. The penalty kill is back to where you want to see it. The Avs are making the improvements, and here we go. And it ends up going to the shootout because, again, both these goalies are balling out. Now, look, this is the part of the video where I tell you that I hate shootouts and I don't think they should do them and yada, yada, yada. But I'm going to be honest, in a game that's a goalie duel, I think that's where the shootout makes the most sense. You continue literally just that, a duel. They go shot for shot to see which goalie can stop more. Both stop the first 2 attempts, so you pretty much get down to the sudden death portion right away. Mikko's the third shooter for the Avs, and he just goes high glove on Shesterkin, catches him dropping the glove. Panarin then goes for the Rangers, and he admittedly works Georgiev on this one, but the Avs got the goal, so they survive. And then Evan Rodriguez does this to the Vezina winner from last season. I can't even break that down. That is absolute filth from Erod. His ability to get Shesterkin to bite on that, I think he had everyone in the world biting on him going to the backhand there, to be honest. And he still somehow gets it back to the other side and dumps it in as he's losing his footing because he sold that fake so well. And that ends up being the winner, as Georgiev pretty routinely shuts down Lafreniere on the last shootout attempt, and then you get the big pump celly from Georgiev. Super fun game. Even if the Avs lost, super fun game. But the cherry on top is that they win. They take home the 2 points. They beat a clearly good team and a great goaltender. And you got to feel pretty confident about Georgiev as the starter after that one. Great vibes all around. Not even that upset with the 5-5 side of it. If they play a weaker goaltender, they score more goals easily in this one. Further to that point, the Avs did hit a post in this game, so the posts are now evened up 5-5. Every season, there's probably 5 or so games in the regular season where I say, watch this one. If you missed it, go watch it. This is one of those. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and I don't know, I need to come up with something to do for goalie performances. I'm not pouring water on my head again, though. You can't make me.